people come to them every year for help coping with the effects of conflicts right back to the First World War.
Well, tonight those veterans tell Mark Gough how the charity has helped them to put their lives back together.
Brian Roy saw some horrendous things during his time as a soldier in the Middle East and Northern Ireland. For years, he's lived with the guilt of shooting 3 IRA gunmen. He feels guilty because he knows the men he shot were fathers and uncles. After years of torment, he's now trying to put his life back together with the help of the charity Combat Stress in Newport in Shropshire. So too is Lyndon Beardmore, traumatised by what he saw in the First Gulf War. These men are among the 700 the charity helps every year with psychiatric care and support, provided by people like Lee Skelton, clinical director, and also a TA man. What kind of symptoms do the people display who come to you?
Well, a whole range of symptoms, ranging from depression and anxiety, to trouble managing their anger, to problems associated with relationships and alcohol. And these are all combined symptoms of what we term as combat-related psychological injury. The youngest on our books is 19 and right through to 100 years old. He comes to us, or did come to us for a long time for treatment, respite care, but at TLC, a bit of relief from his wife so that she doesn't have to hear him screaming in the night, and we take care of him for a while.
The charity provides that first step on the road to recovery, but even that can be hard.
The biggest step was getting from the car to reception. It was just utterly amazing, and I got here, I remember the place was bright and breezy and easy, and there was a very, very relaxed atmosphere about it.
Brian broke down once inside, but for a man more used to the orders and rules of the armed forces, a kindly word from the staff was a surprise.
It was just a shock to the system to be spoken to like that, to be received like that, to be cared for like that. It was completely different to what I was used to.
I come to Combat Stress, I come to, 3 times a year for 2-week periods, and it is actually my lifeline. If it wasn't for Combat Stress, I'd either be locked in an institution or in a prison cell. There's nowhere else out there for people like myself. But you see, the thing is, it's not just me. I wasn't the only person to fight in the Gulf War. There was me and thousands like me. So where are the rest of my friends, my colleagues? A lot of them, like I say, have committed serious crimes. They're either in institutions, in prisons, or they're simply dead. Drunk themselves into a death, early death, you know. I just want a quality of life. I don't want compensation. All I want is a quality of life where I can actually wake up in the morning, feel refreshed and think to myself, right then, this is what I'm going to do today. I want the ability to be, like for example, you may take things like your wife, for example, for granted. I want to start trying to build on a relationship, for example. I want to be normal, if there isn't anybody who is normal, you know.
I feel as though I can talk about it, I feel as though I want to talk about it, I feel as though I've got to now acknowledge it is bad and it has been bad, but I've got to stop letting it control me. I have to start controlling it, and I have to expect relapses, but I don't want them to be months on end, just maybe for that hour, for that day, and deal with my life in a different manner. And this is something that this place excels in, to make you feel that there is a realistic way forward, realistic hope for you. And you can't really ask for any more than that.
Dealing with the stress of war,